Welcome back. It's Angie Ceroli with Green Health First. Thank you for joining me again today. We are going to talk about respiratory health and allergies and what we can do to help really address many of those allergy symptoms. I am one that I was born with asthma. Allergies trigger my asthma. It's really important for me to get control of those allergies before they take over, because anybody who has allergies knows that it's a compounding effect. We end up not being able to sleep because we have postnasal drip, or we're having to sneeze or cough, and it causes us not to be able to sleep. When we are able to rest, that's of course when we have healing in our brain and our body, and of course energy if we don't get our rest. So it's a compounding thing to have ongoing allergy issues. Now, for me this year, allergies started in January. We had, I think, about a week of about 70-degree weather. And I know that not having a good cold spell in our area has really caused this allergy season to be very brutal for many people, because we didn't kill all the spores, all the bacteria, all the mold that we would normally kill, a lot of the bugs, viral type things that we would normally kill when we have a good long cold spell, a good month, a couple of months of just cold weather. And we've had so many sporadic warm days through from January till now in July, where of course we're in really hot, humid weather. But still, allergies bother me, and I feel the effects, of course, in my sinuses with with the changing weather pressure. So as these fronts move through with the different weathers, I know a lot of people, like my husband, he feels the pressure and pain in his knees, where I feel it in my sinuses. So up here in the forehead and then across the bridge of the nose are places that I feel sinus issues and pressure. So, so what are things that we can actually do to help with our respiratory health, with our allergy symptoms, with our sinuses? One of the key things is, obviously drinking lots of water. The more we can hydrate, the more we can keep some of the running stuff moving, and we can move it out of our system. But the second thing is maybe using some natural resources. I like to use essential oils. I use essential oils that I know are 100% plant derived. And one of the key essential oils that actually provides antihistamine properties is lavender. Lavender is just amazing because it helps in so many different ways. We have a resource here that helps us learn about how lavender can help us. Then you can see the many different things that's listed for lavender. I'm going to move this up so you can see what the chemical makeup of lavender actually is. And of course, that's going to go up to here. And if we look at the properties, you're going to see there antihistamine properties. So, but lavender is so good for analgesic, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antibacterial. The list goes on for how lavender can help us. I wanted to see, does it have anticonvulsive? It's antispasmodic, anti-tumor. It's just amazing. Lavender is a key option for helping with allergies. Now, when I first started learning about essential oils, that was one of my main first goals, was to get off my allergy medicine. Allergy medicine, I would have lots of different side effects. Either it would keep me awake, or it would make me too sleepy, or it would make me high strung. And, you know, of course, if I had to use the allergy medicine with the decongestant, then that also had extra side effect issues that I just, you know, you don't have a good quality of life. So, so when I found essential oils, that was one of my first goals, was to get off my allergy medicine. So I did that actually by using lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint. These three together will help within 15 minutes to reduce the pressure, to reduce the runniness, the sneezing, the coughing. I actually get very itchy throat. I'll end up scratching the back of my throat with my tongue. Inner ear, sometimes I feel like I just got to scratch my ear. And then of course, runny eyes or burning eyes. And then of course, when I have those pressure changes in the weather, I will get the sinus headache that goes along with the allergies and those symptoms. And when I use these three, lemon, lavender, peppermint, I actually will put them in water and drink a mouthful at a time, basically coating the whole inside of my mouth and making sure it's under my tongue, so that sublingually it will go straight into my bloodstream within about 15 seconds. So, so I know it's going to work the fastest way that way. That's the fastest way to get in our bloodstream is sublingual. That's why we have a lot of digestive and migraine remedies that are for that are in a, what do you call it, dissolvable tab. So you put on your tongue, it dissolves it so that it goes to work the fastest way it can. Now, these aren't very, they don't taste great. Of course, lavender especially does not taste great, but it really does the trick. Within about 20 minutes, most all of my symptoms have dissipated. All the pressure, all the running stuff, all the itchy. Now, I find that depending on how bad the allergies are, what I'm exposed to, how much I'm exposed, how long I'm in a particular area, that I would have to do that maybe a couple times a day. I did make sure when I first started trying to get myself off my allergy medicine that I actually did that regimen in the morning, drinking, it's about 2 ounces of water, and I put 2 drops of each of these, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, in that water. And then I just take a mouthful, swish for about 30 seconds, drink it down or swallow it down, take the next mouthful until I'm done with that 2 ounces of water and oils. Again, within about 20 seconds, I'm feeling much better. These can be actually used topically. You can use them on your reflex points. There are several places that will help with reflex points. This is one of the main pages I like to use, because the bottom of the feet is the next fastest way to get in your bloodstream. It takes about 30 seconds to get in the bloodstream that way. And you can see your sinuses are actually across the tops of the toes. So that's a good place to be able to use the lemon, lavender, peppermint. You can use 2 to 3 drops in your hand of each one of those, and just take your fingers and then put them across the toes that way. And it'll absorb right in the bloodstream within about 30 seconds. And essential oils absorb in, you don't see a residue. If it is 100% plant derived, if it's not mixed with coconut or any other sort of oily oil that we're normally, you know, used to, like olive oil, it should not leave a sheen. And you should be able to move around, do what you need to do in a minute, 2 minutes time, you know, just to make sure it's absorbed really well. So another place to be able to use them is around the ears. The ear, of course, receptor sites, what do you call it? The nerve endings around the ears is basically how acupuncture was born. We have actually on here, I have to look at this because it's kind of small, points for asthma right in here. And I know there's a couple points for allergies, if I could find it. Yeah, allergies up here at the top. Allergies. So a lot of people can actually use, you know, like they said, acupuncture. They could use a piercing there at that nerve ending. And you'll see different people will have piercings, and many of them could be therapeutic. We don't know. They could be decorative or they could be therapeutic. But that is a pressure point we could use the oils on, the lemon, lavender, peppermint around there, and just rub it in and massage it for, about 30 seconds or so. And it will help relieve those allergies as well. So I tend to do this because, again, in water, it is just the fastest way to get in the system. So I tend to do that. But you can, take them. You can put them on topically. Some people like to put it on their chest, and let it absorb straight in that way, like the fragrance or the aromatherapy from it as well. But it is a wonderful way to have good relief, because that lavender brings your antihistamine properties along with antibacterial, antiseptic, antifungal properties, pain relieving properties, just like peppermint will bring. And of course, lemon is very, very antibacterial, antifungal, cleansing. So it's also going to help. So a lot of things that a lot of times when we do have our allergies, with all that postnasal drip and that congestion, we actually end up having digestive issues. So it is recommended when you do have respiratory issues to use a digestion blend as well, because of the drainage. There is a digestive blend, and it is wonderful that we use, but you can use any of these individual, and it's all herbs, any of these individual essential oils. So you can see here, ginger, peppermint, fennel, tarragon, coriander, caraway, and anise. And these are amazing for bringing digestive balance, for their antibacterial and antifungal and antiseptic properties. Many of them showing they support sluggish digestion, or reduce intestinal spasms, like tarragon. So this is an amazing blend. And again, you can use any one of those to help. Peppermint is wonderful for opening up the airways. So again, that's one of the three that I use. It just will help you get a deep breath when you're not able to. It'll help open up the mind and the sinuses as well. So that can absolutely be used alone. Now with fennel and anise in this, this makes this blend smell a lot like black licorice. So that may not be as appealing to some people. So they may want to use just a couple of these to help with the digestive part, to help with that congestion that's getting swallowed and going into the digestive tract. But there's also a respiratory blend that is very effective for allergies as well. And it also contains peppermint, as you would think. It does not have lavender in it though, so I'm kind of surprised about that. But it does have laurel leaf, peppermint. You can see eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, ravensara, and ravensara. And these are just really awesome for helping support the respiratory system, helping open up the airways. They also, some of them like lemon, I think, and tea tree bring antioxidant properties. Seems like peppermint does too. I don't have it on there, but definitely reduces nausea. It just is a great support for the respiratory system. Again, any one of these can be used by itself. Eucalyptus a lot of times is used by itself, or you could use just eucalyptus and peppermint, or maybe the eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, up to you. They will be effective either way to help support the respiratory system. The thing about essential oils is that when they are 100% plant derived, the body will recognize that. You can see here 100% plant derived. They will recognize it, and within 4 seconds the brain will say, I know what to do with this, in 4 seconds. And it will take and use whatever it's given there to help get the body back in balance. So whether it is a respiratory issue, or whether it's a sinus or a digestive, where that plant is known and has been shown to help us the body can use it in all those different ways for that benefit. So you may be thinking that you're using it for a particular purpose, but it's actually helping you in a different way that you didn't realize. And that's, of course, how a lot of our foods are when we have our foods. One last thing I wanted to show is things that can help with sinusitis. So these are the different oils that are very prominent in the literature that have documentation for helping with sinusitis. So peppermint shows up again, eucalyptus, tea tree, but then now we have rosemary. Rosemary is amazing. It's been used, since for centuries, basically, but it has wonderful expectorant type properties. It's a great anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, but what's listed for it that I don't see for any of the others is anticatarrhal. Anticatarrhal means it is helping with that phlegm. It's helping with reducing the phlegm. That's anticatarrhal. So rosemary, it's just a matter of figuring out for yourself what you're kind of drawn to, and when you have certain aromas that are available to you that you just love, then I just encourage you to use those as often as you can, whether it's in the herb form, add more and more of it to your diet, add more of it to your foods for dinner. Rosemary and peppermint, have peppermint water, have peppermint tea at night before you go to bed. There's so many ways to introduce them besides essential oils. You can use them in your actually everyday foods to make a concerted effort to actually help you address the health issues that you're trying to alleviate. And as we were talking about, your symptoms for allergies or related symptoms, related issues like sinusitis or digestive issues, which can be rooted from having a lot of postnasal drip and allergy issues. So I hope this was helpful. With Green Health First, my goal is to help empower and equip you and to help you learn how to simply incorporate different things into your everyday routine that helps you thrive, that helps you reach your optimal health. Until next Thursday, we will talk about athletes wellness next Thursday. I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that that we are able to chat about how we can help you improve your health. Please let me know. You can contact me at my greenhealthfirst.com website. You can message me on Facebook at 2 Cups Green Tea Hawaii, or you could email me at angceroli@gmail.com or call. We do have a way to really help you start figuring out the things that your body needs to get in balance, and that is you doing a Zyto scan. It's a biofeedback scan that reads your galvanic responses, and it is a great way to just get you started on the resources that will help you get into balance and feel better sooner. Look forward to seeing you in the next discussion that we have. And I do hope you've found some pearls from this one. Angie Ceroli, Green Health First. Be well.